Hello mirrors. Today we are going to be looking at, are you on the correct path? Are you on the right path for your highest good? That kind of thing. If you're new here, welcome to Law of Attractions and Mirrors Tarot, where we use the cards as a tool to help integrate the fragments of ourselves into one so we can self-actualize into the people we were born to become. With this knowledge, we can begin to manifest all of our deepest desires if we simply take responsibility for our power. So this is a really good reading if you're kind of confused about what's going on, if you don't know if you're moving in the right direction, that kind of thing. As with all of my readings, make sure that you're using it as confirmation. You're listening to the messages that resonate with you and leaving the rest. It could be for someone else, or it could just not be something that you need to take in consciously, that kind of thing. If it makes you feel negative in any way, take it with a grain of salt. And that goes for any tarot reading, not just mine. If you just want to go ahead and skip to where whatever pile or piles, if multiple resonate with you, go look in the description box and also in the comments, and the timestamps will be there so you can quickly go to whatever one that you want. So starting here with the Selenite wand, we have pile 1. This Lapis Lazuli is pile 2. I hope I'm putting it in the camera. And this very huge, I believe it's a type of onyx, is pile 3. And then the Malachite, this beautiful Malachite, is pile 4. I'm not sure if the Selenite got on film. I felt like I was holding it in the wrong place. And this Lapis Lazuli too. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with pile 1. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the Selenite, this is for you. Let's go ahead and see if you're on the right path. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, which is Lilith. The Lovers in the reverse. Interesting, with Lilith there. We have Messenger. Let me make sure all these are on camera. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. And we have adjacent possibilities. Wow, this is really interesting already, guys. I have more, so I'm just gonna go off by what I read and kind of add to it as we go on. So with this energy, you could actually be dealing with maybe like a love triangle, because we have Adam and Eve and Lilith, which is really interesting. Go and look into the into Lilith if you don't know too much about her. I've recently learned about her in more depth, but that may be something you want to look into in regards to this. It's really interesting to have Lilith and Adam and Eve here with the Lovers both being in reverse. So it's very possible that for some of you guys, maybe you're in a love triangle, or you may actually even be dealing with being inserting yourself or trying to be with somebody who's already taken, that kind of thing. That could be for some of you guys, just because I wouldn't normally throw that out there, but this dynamic is really interesting. But then we have bringing peace and harmony and balance and adjacent possibilities. The Lovers also speaks of decisions. It speaks of two different things. It speaks of dichotomy, what am I trying to say? The 3D, the up and down, left and right, the opposites, the polarities. Sorry, that was the word. I was trying so hard to figure it out. And then we have adjacent possibilities added here too. So this could be that if that first message didn't resonate, again, I don't even know if that's for anybody in particular, or if it's for multiple ones of you, or no one at all. But it doesn't have to be about this. The main message I see here is just that there needs to be balance between two different elements in your life. And it may be that one of those elements is not the right one. So you may be, for example, trying to balance your family, your home life with your work life, but the job isn't right. It isn't conducive for raising a family. Maybe the hours are making it difficult, that kind of thing. Realize that there are adjacent possibilities. What you're seeing and what you're experiencing, it's not the only thing out there for you. And that is the main message I'm getting from this. This is really interesting. I do want to build on it. So the Queen of Wands reversed, clarified by the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups in the reverse. Your commitment is being tested. And the Merlin, guidance, mentorship, teacher of the old ways. And that is in the reverse. So to me, let's kind of take this bit by bit. So Queen of Wands in the reverse, clarified by Three of Wands. So first of all, whatever's going on is part of a spiritual journey is what I'm getting. And it's really calling for you to expand. Are you on the right path? I think you are in some degree. I do think that there are aspects that you are on the perfect path for you. That's what I'm hearing. But there is an element that either requires you to let go of, to move on from, or to expand. Three of Wands is often about expansion. This could also involve some patience, some waiting for what you're wanting to come in. So it might be that you're on the right path, but it's time, you may need to be putting your energy elsewhere while you're waiting for certain elements to come in. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, it's clarifying the Lovers in reverse. So this is, to me, it talks about being aware. Be aware of what are you trying to balance? What are the things in your life? Again, this could be romantic for some of you guys. So making sure that you're being aware, you're not romanticizing what's happening. If you're on like a love triangle type of thing, being very real with yourself. If you're with somebody or trying to get with somebody who's already taken, I do believe you can create your own reality, but that is not the way to do it. Work on internal stuff. Look into Roxy Talks for that kind of thing. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but basically there's karma is very real. So if that's something that you're messing with, understand that it can come back to you. But I'm not really going to go too much into detail there. Again, I don't think that that's for everybody. But with the Four of Cups and the reverse, to me, this is saying, wake up, look at the cups, look at where your heart lies, look at what's being offered to you, because there's something you're not seeing. I'm picking that up with adjacent possibilities as well. With your commitment as being tested, clarifying this messenger energy. I've personally been getting this card a lot, which I think is really interesting. With your commitment is being tested, here is what this card means to me personally. So I feel like when we manifest things, and we work really hard on maybe affirmations, visualization, that kind of thing, whether this is consciously or unconsciously, sometimes the universe comes and brings you the opposite. So if you say, for example, I really want to be respected at work, and you may be even affirming this and working towards this, and you come across a situation where you are just completely disrespected. Well, that is kind of the universe, your higher self, creating a reality so you can stick up for yourself, so you can really clarify it to yourself and to the universe that this is important and you really do want to be respected and you're not going to stand for anything less. That's this energy I'm getting here. Guidance, mentorship, teachers of the always, clarifying the adjacent possibilities. This really feels like you don't need somebody else to tell you where to go. I feel like the answer is already inside you. Merlin gives me hermit vibes. So even though, yes, it's in the reverse, I would say if it was upright, this would be to seek additional guidance. But to me, this is saying that it's really important for you to trust your own heart and your own intuition. So let's see what else we have. Expansion. Wow. Like I said with Three of Wands is about expansion. Educate your mind and senses. We have drink more water. That's cool. Right there with the cups. We have speak your truth. And we have gratitude. I'm grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons that each brings. So again, universe is really asking you to expand outside of your current paradigm, expand outside of your current belief system. This drinking more water can be specifically for some of you guys that you do maybe need to take in more fluids. But also to me, because it came up here with the Four of Cups, the Lovers, both in the reverse, to take in more love, to find things that fill your cup up, to really be connected to your heart space, because that really seems to be the overall message I'm really getting from this. Perhaps you're putting your energy into things that you don't really love, and the universe really asking you to call for expansion, to allow yourself to really dive into the watery things, the things that really speak to your heart. And it's really funny, speak your truth, how I was giving the example about, like, if you're being mistreated at work, to speak up, and then speak your truth comes in. I think that's really funny. So yeah, it's important that not only is your energy right, that you fulfill the energy that you're meant to, meaning that you walk the walk, but also talk the talk. And that's what Archangel Gabriel is here for you. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. Beautiful. And then finally, with the gratitude. So with adjacent possibilities, sometimes it's hard to see what else lies on the other side if you aren't focused on the gratitude. Because, for example, if you're very set on this one person and they actually don't vibe with you in all these other ways that are important, it's going to be really hard sometimes to move on from that person until you infuse that situation with gratitude. Because sometimes it may be time to move on from that and go on to something new. But until we can detach and allow ourselves to be thankful, even for the tough things in life, it makes it harder to let go and move on. And it makes it damn near impossible to see the other possibilities, the other things out there that are actually better suited for you. So to answer the question, are you on the right path? I do believe that there are elements that you are right on, but there are some that just don't vibe with your overall heart space. And there are also things that you need to expand on to allow yourself to grow out of and to move on from. So this is kind of like a mix of different things. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below if it did. Also, if you would like a private reading, that information is in the description box. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. What's the other thing? Hit the notification bell. That is the other thing. So yeah, that's it, guys. I love you. Hello, pile 2. This is the Lapis Lazuli. Let's see if you are on the right path. So I have 12 cards here. I'm going to do 4 at a time, and we're going to kind of build. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Amazon. Really interesting because we had Queen of Wands start off with the last one. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability, and the thinking woman. So I find this interesting with the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the thinking woman, which is upright. I really feel like the universe wants you to know that it's important to think logically right now. It's possible that you may be in a position where you're either around people that are very impulsive, or you might be impulsive. It might be that, and not in a good way. Sometimes it's good to be impulsive. I have someone in my life that talks about this 5-second rule, that if you want to do something, that's good for you, to give yourself 5 seconds and then get up and do it, because oftentimes we can talk ourselves out of it. That's not the energy I'm getting from here. Knight of Wands can be Knight of Wands in the reverse can be very impulsive in a bad way, like your friends call you up to go out for drinks on a Monday night. On a Sunday night, and you have work at 6 o'clock in the morning, that kind of impulsivity. So with this thinking woman upright, Queen of Swords in reverse, this is to me saying, make sure that your logic is in alignment with your passions and don't let your passions run you. We are going to build. I have a stack of cards, so I'm going to build on this message. I'm picking up the initial type of things. So this card came up for me in a reading the other day, and I really was drawn to this creative accountability. So this passionate energy is creative energy. Creative energy is chaotic. It doesn't have form yet. It needs a avenue. So we have the two separate, we have basically the logic and the creative emotional side that really is seeking to be balanced. So creative accountability, meaning that you create your reality, guys. So if you aren't taking accountability for it, you're just being impulsive, it's really, the universe is really asking you to make sure that you're thinking about what's in your reality, and if you want something different, to be very logical about it. For example, if you want to be in shape, you cannot impulsively just eat everything. You can't be impulsive about doing things that are bad for your health, those kinds of things. Like, you want to be really logical. And I know this may seem kind of obvious, but sometimes we can get in kind of like a victim mindset where we're not taking accountability for the things that we created in our life. And I'm not saying this is you. I'm just reading the cards that we are definitely going to build on this and see what's going on. Page of Swords in the reverse. Wow. Okay. The Lovers in reverse. Funny. That came out in pile 1 too. If you felt drawn to pile 1, you might actually have some messages there for you. Prosperity lies ahead. Solace, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, and flower essences. So with Page of Swords in the reverse, clarifying Queen of Swords in the reverse, this to me is saying let go of the childish ways of thinking, mature into the Queen of Swords. And I wouldn't necessarily say that typically because it is in the reverse, but with a thinking woman, it really feels that way. Mature into your thoughts. Don't just keep thinking the same thoughts over and over again, because if you are manifesting your reality, which is what the premise of this channel is, and I hope that you do take that in, if you continue to think the same thoughts, you're going to create the same patterns in your life, which may be why this creative accountability is coming up. With the Lovers in the reverse, with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, this could be that you're being impulsive in a romantic or sexual situation, but the Lovers is not always romantic. A lot of times it just has to do with decisions. It has to do with the dichotomy, the polarities, and so there may be, what I'm feeling is, let me set these down, like something is pushing and pulling you. So like I was talking about, for example, wanting to be in shape, and like it may be that every weekend you go drinking and you intake a lot of calories and food, but then the other side of you is working really hard, going to the gym, doing whatever you want, and it's like these two sides are pulling at you, and one side is very impulsive, which would be the doing unhealthy habits, while the other side is really good for you and really in alignment with your thoughts. But I love this card coming out for you. Prosperity lies ahead. And to me, this is saying if you can take accountability for your life, for what you've created, you will prosper. I mean, that's very simple. That's a very simple but very profound message for you. So with the Thinking Woman, we have solace, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, flower essences. So it could be too that you might be overthinking some things. So this to me talks about, it could be talking about retreating into nature and kind of contemplating what this reading is about or what's going on in your life in regards to all this information. And it could also be about taking some time for yourself, because we do have solace. And then also what I'm really feeling more than anything is that return to nature being like a return to simple thoughts. We do have Page of Swords in the reverse, and Page of Swords in the reverse I wouldn't take as simple thoughts. I would take as immature thoughts, or just old thought patterns, things you've always been thinking. And this is saying, go back to nature, go back to where it's simple. Don't overcomplicate. This situation makes a lot of sense if you just think about it from a very obvious perspective. But let's again build on this. Love and light, act with care. We have Moon Goddess. I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. Love and accept yourself. And finally, right. Okay. So let's take this piece by piece. We have love and light, act with care. Again, like I've been saying, I feel like it's not that you're not on the right path. There's some similarity with pile 1, and that I do think that there's some element in your life that you are in the right mode for, but it seems like maybe your thoughts are a little bit limited and you're not acting with care. You're not whether that's for other people, but I feel more than anything, it's more for yourself. You need to act as if you love and you care for yourself to get the most out of the situation and the most out of your life in general. So with the Moon Goddess, that's really drawing me in with the light energy here, Moon Goddess, and then you see the light shining on this card. So this definitely is involving some realizations, being very real with yourself, despite what maybe other people are telling you, maybe what you thought your whole life. It's time to be very real. Work with the moon cycle. So you may actually want to do some moon rituals. It could be as simple as during the full moon, writing down a bunch of things that you're ready to let go of, or during the new moon, writing some things down and what you want to manifest, that kind of thing. Work with the cycles of the moon. So that could be a very specific message for some of you. We have love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Again, this is where this prosperity is gonna happen. If you really focus on creating that prosperity in your life by taking accountability and moving in the direction you have, love and accept yourself and act with care, guys. If you put yourself first, and not in a selfish way, but in a really true loving way, you're going to have everything you want in your life. It's going to open up. The doors are going to open up for you. So with right, solace, thinking woman, definitely for a lot of you guys, write down your thoughts. Maybe start journaling. It could be something as simple as 5 minutes of every day writing what you're thankful for. Maybe 15 minutes here and there, just kind of doing some shadow work, questioning. Just start writing and let it flow out of you. Maybe go into nature and do this. That could be for some of you. For others of you, it could be a message of communication, of letting people know that, hey, I know that we always go out every Friday night and we do all of this stuff, but I really want to take care of myself. I'm really on this path of healing and it just doesn't vibe with me. And then maybe you can compromise. Like, maybe we can do this once a month, or if you do go out, get something healthy, that kind of thing. There's you can alter it, but it may be that you need to let somebody know your whole thing, like your intentions. Okay, so are you on the right path? I think that your heart is in the right place, and that you just need to love yourself a little more. And I feel like it's all going to come together if you do that and you take accountability in your life. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Please like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I do post new videos. If you would like your own private reading, that information is in the description box. And that is it, guys. I love you. Hello, pile 3, if you chose this big chunk right here. First of all, I think that might be saying something about your energy, but we're going to go ahead and see. Are you on the right path? So I have 12 cards here. I'm going to do 4 at a time. Ace of Wands in the reverse, Salamander, the 10 of Swords, Surrender to sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life, and walking away. Wow. Okay. So there seems to be some sort of ending, guys, that the universe is asking you to focus on. It seems like the universe is really saying, hey, I think that it's time to move on. Yeah. Has the situation hurt you? Did you feel betrayed by it? Was it something that maybe stopped your efforts from moving forward? That's what I'm really getting with this Ace of Wands in the reverse. It's kind of like you were planting the seed and somebody just kept coming up and digging it up and thwarting your efforts. Maybe you were doing that, and the universe really feels like, I really feel like the universe is saying that, yeah, this was a tough situation. You may even be feeling this now, like this may be happening now, but it's possible to move on to something beautiful, because these are 2 pretty tough cards. I mean, Ace of Wands isn't that tough. 10 of Swords is extremely tough. But then we have these beautiful, like, look at how gorgeous. Both these cards are 2 of my favorite cards in these respective decks. And not only that, like, the colors are so vibrant and they're so beautiful. And the women in both of them are very similar in that, their back is faced, they're ready to move forward, and they're ready to move forward to something beautiful, to something sweet. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I absolutely love that. So especially with both of these cards coming up, it feels like, you know, 10s are the end of a cycle, and it can be difficult to move on from a 10 of Swords situation. But it feels like if you do make that decision and you move forward, there's all this prosperity and beauty waiting ahead of you. So I feel like you are on the right path, but you're moving from something difficult and moving into something more beautiful, more fulfilling, more with more opportunity for expansion and growth is what I'm getting with all this like vegetation and flowers, all this really beautiful energy. But let me go ahead and build on this. Wow, yeah, okay, 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. And then Child of the Moon, forgiveness, transcending the ego, and the reverse. Okay. Yeah, so for most of you, this is definitely going to be a kind of a breakup situation. I guess I shouldn't say for most of you, but that is where my intuition is. 3 of Swords is not always romantic. A lot of times it's just something that is traumatic, okay? So Ace of Wands with the 3 of Swords. Again, this feels like something stopped you from being able to move forward on something you really hoped to create. So if you were hoping for a relationship, either it never got off the ground, or, you know, you did plant that seed and you moved forward and you just ended up feeling betrayed and stabbed in the back. With 5 of Wands, there was probably a lot of fighting. There was a lot of chaos, a lot of with 5 of Wands, I get like that competitive energy. I'm really feeling like shouting matches where, you know, you don't really care who you're hurting. I mean, a lot of times I get that with 5 of Swords, and for some reason I'm really getting this with this 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands combination, like shouting matches where nobody wins, and it's just this competition on who's right. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm really feeling it is probably for most of you. Especially with walking away, Venus energy, all that, but it could be something even like just a job where you were mistreated, that left you feeling like traumatized, and your heart just feels broken and you're scared to move forward. It really feels like there's this paralyzing fear to move forward because you're maybe stuck on this old energy. Also, the lesson with 5 of Wands, which I think is really important, is to understand that your struggles, they actually help build you up and build the others up. Spiritually, if you allow them to. Basically, there's a lesson in everything, and if you allow yourself to learn this lesson, it'll be a lot easier to move forward. Don't let pride get in the way. And that's that kind of energy too. If all you look at in this past heartache, this tough situation, if all you can do is look at it and blame the other person and not see the lesson to learn, and 2, the part that you played in that situation, and this could go with like jobs or anything else, friendship, betrayal, anything like that. See where you are in the scheme of things, and see where, you know, you may need to make some adjustments in order to move into this Venus energy. You know, don't have too much pride to go into this like beautiful next step. Universe is saying like, this was part of your path. Everything that happened here was part of your path. So you may not feel like you're on your right path, but that's simply because you're ready to take that detour into something better. You're ready to get off that dirt road where you're confused and you've gotten some bumps and bruises, and to like move on to this new beautiful path where all this amazing vegetation is growing and there's so much growth and potential. Don't let your pride stop you from moving on to that next part of your life. So, because we have walking away, but we also have forgiveness in the reverse, transcending the ego, and this is in the reverse. Like, it's really necessary for you to forgive, and it's not for the other person. I know this is a really cliche, but for real, it's not for the other person. It's for you. In order for you to move on to the next phase in your life. This is a very difficult pile, guys. Definitely the most difficult out of the 3 I've done so far. Illuminate the shadow. Yeah, focus on a solution. Beautiful. Celebrate life. I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. Interesting. Peaceful warrior. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is so like coming together. Beautiful. Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. And then purification. Okay, guys. Yeah. Wow, okay. So this is so great. I mean, I'm really loving how this all ties together. Illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. So yeah, focus on healing your broken heart, okay? But you want to do it with love. You want to illuminate the shadow, meaning you want to look at the depths of your soul. You don't want to just blame the other person or blame the situation. We do manifest our own reality, which is kind of difficult to come to terms with when it comes to heartache and comes to trauma. But as long as you can illuminate those shadows, meaning shine light on them so you can see things for how they really are, you'll be able to move forward within this and take the lessons you're meant to learn. So we have it celebrate life, and the main thing I'm getting from this is I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. So I was really picking up on the respecting all life on Mother Earth. So if this is about another person, it could be a boss, again, this feels a lot like a breakup type of thing that you've gone through, or just trauma and love. Respecting even their path, respecting that traumatized people create more traumatized people, broken people create more broken people, if that is what you allow. But if you respect that person, it doesn't mean letting them into your life again. If they have hurt you, it doesn't mean any of that. Same thing with forgiveness. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you respect their path. You respect that you came into each other's lives and you may have shaken things up. And when you can respect the lessons that you're meant to learn and move forward, then it feels like you can celebrate life again. It may be difficult at this time to celebrate life and get into that Venus energy because, again, your pride's getting in the way. With this peaceful warrior right here, this is absolutely beautiful, guys, because it says, "Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace." So I'm feeling really drawn to reading the book on this because I love the explanation of this card. So let me pull that book out for you. So listen to this. I think it'll be really helpful for you guys, okay? The angels want you to know that you are a warrior soul and that your heart is so pure and light-filled that you desire only peace for yourself and those around you. You may find your peace being challenged, however, and be unsure how to react. You're being called upon by Archangel Ariel and the angels to know that there's true strength in holding things together and sending everyone around you, especially the challengers. Peaceful thoughts and blessings. You have a voice and the angels know you're not afraid to use it. Take time right now to figure out the most peaceful and loving state of being you can remain in. If you feel that you have a reason to stand up to someone or something that is challenging you, your angels are here to say that you have the courage and conviction to do so, but ensuring you are coming from a positive space and aren't dropping down to the fear-based level you may be up against. Take time to ask yourself if you'd rather be happy and walk away or be right and prove a point. Will it have any benefit for the person or just your ego? Think peace and be peace. Ariel's name means lioness of God, and she is a true warrior spirited angel who has a strong connection to the animal realm. She is here to help us have peace in our heart with regard to other people and the animal kingdom too. She helps us look after those we love and find the strength to keep things going when times are challenging. She brings to you today the courage and poise of a lion. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that was really what I've been getting from this. Send love to this person, the situation, and stand up if you need to, but understand that there's a solution to everything. Focus on a solution that is beneficial for everyone. If that means walking away and purifying yourself of this, universe is really asking you to purify yourself of this negative energy, illuminating the shadow, getting out the toxic energy, walking away from things that are no longer good for you. So I do feel like you are on the right path, but you need to step on to the new phase of this path. And don't let the pain from the past stop you from moving forward to your destiny. This is like a really cool reading. I love how it all came together. It's so far my favorite of the three, even though it's the most challenging of all of them. But if you've enjoyed this reading, please let me know. I'd love to know if this resonated with you. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can be notified when I do post new videos. If you want a private reading, that information will be in the description box, so you can just shoot me an email, and maybe I can help you with this situation a little bit more intimately, a little more based off of you specifically rather than a general broad reading. But that is it, guys. I love you. Hello, Pile 4. If you chose this Malachite, this reading is for you. Let's see if you are on the right path. I have 12 cards, but I will be doing them 4 at a time. Okay. With Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Swords in the reverse, double mission, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you, and Deceit in the reverse. Okay, guys, you're definitely getting out of some deception, some limiting thoughts with Deceit in the reverse and 8 of Swords in the reverse. And also maybe starting something new with the Ace of Pentacles, a new project, a new relationship, a new job, a new hobby, a new routine, that kind of thing. But either you are already getting out of this sword energy, this 8 of Swords energy, which is that very limited energy, or you will. Because with, I've noticed in the other piles, this side seems to be more future, but we'll see how it comes out, you know, in your reading specifically. With double mission, serve the world by being you. This is really cool. So the whole purpose of double mission and Starseed is that you help the planet to ascend and evolve by working on your own individual life. So it could be that maybe you may be too focused on the big picture, and that it may help you to reel it back in and know that you don't need to save everybody. You don't need to focus on everything. You just need to focus on your own individual growth, and the other things will come to you. Because I had this issue for a long time personally. I kept feeling guilty for not focusing on everybody else when my cup wasn't full. And guess what? The second I started filling up that cup and focusing on myself, I was able to help other people and to start growing. And I'm still in this process. It's like maybe you're too focused on something external from you, and if you understood, like you really understood that if this energy was more guided towards yourself, those things would be taken care of. You'd have the time and the energy, and things would work out better rather than you maybe just feeling guilty is really what I'm getting. But I am going to build on this and see what else comes up. 9 of Swords in the reverse. 5 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Carry me home, support, time to be carried, allow others to help in the reverse. Okay. So with Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords in the reverse, it feels like the universe says there's something new that you want to start, or you may have started, but either you're in an energy of anxiety, but actually I'm really getting it might be more dissociation. So it may be not to feel anxiety about whatever this is, but to face how you really feel about this. And this could just be life in general, but I think it might be something very specific with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm interested to see what else I pull right here to tie these two cards better together, because I'm not 100% sure, but I want to move on and kind of build on this aspect. With 8 of Swords in the reverse, clarified by 5 of Cups. Also, if you notice, you have this person looking down, this person looking down, this person covering, like all of their faces are covered. So it feels like there's something you're not quite seeing, but it feels really simple in a way that if you just look up and you allow yourself to see something that is outside of your current perspective, and it's because you may be hyper focused on one thing, you'll really see what it is that you're ready to let go of. And again, of course, the lesson with 5 of Cups is always that he's focused on these 3 cups here when these 2 cups are still up right behind him. So there's something you need to focus on. Maybe not focus so much on lack, and maybe how to get out of an 8 of Swords limited energy is to turn around, look at the 2 of Cups, lift your head up with this 9 of Swords and look at things for how they truly are. Look at what you do have. Look at the beauty in the world. With step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Guys, you may want to actually look into your North Node, because I've recently started looking into mine, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, okay, so I'm a Gemini. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little bit... I'm going to be a little bit self-focused here, super quick. So I'm a Gemini with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, one other one, Mercury, and then a Virgo rising. All those are Mercury, by the way. And I believe I have a Gemini midheaven too, but my south node is Virgo, again, Mercury, and my north node is Pisces, which is like, it's so opposite from that mercurial energy. And it's funny because tarot really seems to make sense with all that Gemini mercurial energy, as well as moving towards the Piscean energy. So anyway, my point with this is you may want to look into North Node. Your North Node is where you're meant to go in this lifetime, like your destiny. South Node would be what you accomplished last lifetime and kind of the pull that you're experiencing in this lifetime. So for me, as a Virgo rising, but also Virgo South Node, I'm really critical of myself. I'm very strict and need routine in order to move forward, when really if I would just embrace my Piscean flowy energy, it would all come together. So this is what I'm feeling for you. Look into your North Node and read about it, but also just stepping out of your comfort zone in general, which seems to be kind of the main main message of this reading so far, is that you seem like you're kind of stuck in your comfort zone and you're ready to move forward. With carry me home support, time to be carried, allow others to help. You may not be allowing others to help, and that may be necessary for you to move past this difficult energy. But also it may be that someone around you that you thought was supportive is actually deceitful, but I'm going to pull more cards right now to kind of get a better understanding. Ascended Masters, create open communication, crown chakra. I know I'm part of source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Shine your light. Beautiful. And follow your heart. Wow, these are some really great cards to end on. So even though this is a very tough reading, guys, this is some really good advice. So with this anxiety in the reverse, Ascended Masters, create open communication. I said anxiety in the reverse. I think of Nine of Swords as anxiety. It really feels like you need to communicate better with yourself, is what I'm hearing. Be very real with yourself and make sure that you speak up. But when I see create open communication, it's also allowing other people to speak to you without letting it affect you so much, because crown chakra, we are all connected. You are guided by divine wisdom. You're part of source. And with Eight of Swords and Five of Cups, it feels like maybe you don't understand that, and more importantly, you don't feel that. So connecting to your higher self, your ascended self, and the divine is really going to help you get to this point of shining your light, which is getting out of your comfort zone. Oh, by the way, when you get into your North Node energy, you actually can serve other people. It may feel like, I feel like a lot of this, for some reason, the vibe I'm getting is focused on others and other people's happiness at the expense of yourself. Shine your light. Help. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. So by being you, by being your true authentic self and focusing on your divine spark, who you really are, who your higher self is, you'll shine your light to other people. You're not going to have to force them to see things your way. It's just going to shine. That communication is going to be there. It's going to happen more flowy, more naturally. You're not going to have to force it. Look at all these light cards, guys. It's so beautiful. Look at the lights just streaming in. Wow. I don't know why I just didn't notice that. Look, the Ascended Master surrounded by light. Oops. Crown chakra, the light's coming to her. Uriel, of course, shine your light. Follow your heart. This light is coming from the heart. So where is that light? Again, it's from the heart. So to me, this might be that you're not trusting yourself enough. It may be that you're really worried about other people and them being untrustworthy. But if you follow your heart and you connect with the divine, you're always going to know who's going to be there for you. So this, I'm getting really a lot of energy about needing to trust and to be able to connect with other people, because something from the past seems to be making it difficult for you to trust yourself and your own guidance. So this is, I really like how this all came together at the end. It really made this tough reading a lot more beautiful. These last 4 cards are just gorgeous. They're just really great energy, and I hope that you take it with you. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Please also like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this reading. If you would like a private reading, that information's in the description box that can help you out with your specific situation. But that is it, guys. I love you.